Here's an update on Philbert. Yesterday we took him to the vet. We had to drop him off because on short notice you can't get an appointment and you just do a drop off in the morning and you pick him up when you get back. I was concerned because when we took his surgery gown off, his onesie, there was a lump under his incision, even though his incision looked great. So the vet said it could be something or it could be nothing. Bring him in just in case. So everything actually went well at the vet. And they said as long as he's still using the litter pan and eating and drinking, even though he's not eating and drinking as much, they said he's kind of just following along with recovery. So my son and I were leaving the vet. They had brought Philbert out to us in our carrier. Now our carrier is a fabric one that is like expandable. And so one end you can open up to put your cat in and out, or you can do it through the top. We always do it through the top, never through the end, through the sides. And whenever I take Philbert to the vet, I put a blanket over his carrier so that he doesn't get afraid for what he's seeing and not recognizing things, and it helps to dim the light and buffer the sound. So, oh, there's Lucky. She's checking in on Philbert to see how he's doing. There's a picture of our Soriano. Miss her so much. Anyway, we came home. We live about 5 minutes from the vet. And when we were getting out of the van with him, Gabriel had Philbert in his lap. So my son, that's my son, Gabriel, he wanted to get the stuff out of the back seat. So while he was doing that, he handed Philbert off to me. As I was walking in, like actually not even in, around the van with Philbert, all of a sudden I noticed his head popping out the end and jumping out of the carrier. We freaked out. Philbert has never, ever been outside. He's always an indoor cat. And we live next to a park, and it's loud there, and people race their cars in and out of there, and it's just horrible. So we thought we were going to lose him. It took us a half hour to get him out from under the van, and by then, because he wasn't wearing his onesie when he went to the vet, the bottom of him got all dirty, and his incision is all dirty. He was completely dirty, and he was scared. And we are just really lucky because then we have a neighbor whose car is really loud, and we heard him revving his engine. And a couple of times Philbert just almost tried to dart out the end of the van, which would have went right into the street. And it was just so scary. So for anyone who has a carrier like that, make sure before you leave your vet that everything is closed up on that carrier. I have words for that vet right now. It's VetMed, and they're a national chain, but they seem to be a chain that employs kids just out of school, out of college, during their internship. Anyway, we were livid last night, and I couldn't settle down even today. I'm still shook up about it. And Philbert, boy, poor guy. So, words to the wise, maybe don't go to the VetMed chain. Hi, Lucky. And if you have a carrier that has multiple openings, make sure when you leave your vet that you check all of them and that they're closed, because the vet won't. At least ours won't. And you might lose your kitty. Okay, aside from that, Lucky is here hungry. And there he is. He's been awfully cuddly. See, look at his nose. His nose is all browned up and scuffed. Poor kitty. Aw. Anyway, so there we go. That's an update on Philbert.